Friday, January 9th at the Orleans Hotel and Casino. Tuff-N-Uff Amateur Fighting Championships presents the future stars of MMA. Live, Couture, Holdsworth, and Rousey. All starting here. Featuring the Invicta FC Tournament Championship. 4 finalists, 2 contracts, 1 night. Tickets start at just $25 at Tuff-N-Uff.com. Live at the Orleans Hotel and Casino. Friday, January 9th. Sponsored by Glenn Lerner Injury Attorney, Lexus of Las Vegas, Curtis Steel, Terrible Herbs, Portisub, Vegas Discount Nutrition, Palmer Electric, and Lemper Pain Center.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the co-main event of the evening. Scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds in the Tuff-N-Uff Invicta FC Featherweight Tournament Semifinals. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner with 2 wins and 1 loss. Fighting out of White Buffalo Warriors, Williston, North Dakota, Hurricane Heather Wilson. Her opponent stands across the cage in the red corner with 3 wins and no losses. Fighting out of Progressive Martial Arts, Carlsbad, California, Paola La Asesina Ramirez. Your referee in charge of the action inside the cage is Dr. John Quinn.
You both know the rules. I expect you to obey my commands at all times. When I touch gloves, do so now. Watch your corners. Let's put on a show.
3 3-minute rounds. Wilson is wearing the black on black. Ramirez is wearing the black and the white. So co-main event of the evening, one of these ladies moving on to the finals for the Invicta Fighting Championship Tournament here at Tuff-N-Uff. They touch gloves and we are underway. Instantly they clash inside of the cage here at Tuff-N-Uff. Right in the center, and there is a bit of a struggle going on right now. Ramirez, for a moment, looked like she was going to be overpowered and taken down, but now she's turned things around, and she's got Wilson pushed up against the fence.
Yeah, Wilson looked like she was going for a hip toss there and got reversed by Ramirez, who's now in dominant position up against the cage.
Dr. John Quinn warns Ramirez about something. Ramirez right now, fast hand, she's connecting too, but Wilson does not look phased just yet. Oh, another shot lands to the chin of Wilson, but Wilson walks right through it.
Wilson's kind of leading forward when she drops her hands, leaving that chin exposed, but she's pushing forward. Both of these ladies tonight just letting it all hang out. Putting on an entertaining fight so far in this first round.
And I can't tell if Wilson's smiling at her or if that's just sort of the face that she makes when she's breathing like that. It's tough to tell, but Wilson does look to be a considerably larger fighter inside of the cage, doesn't she?
She does. She looks like she would be able to control this fight if it goes to the ground. As you can see her look for that takedown right there, but Ramirez does a good job of stuffing it.
Nice takedown defense from Ramirez, too. Pushing right through it. Another right hand from Ramirez directly to the chin of Wilson. They don't really appear to be affecting her that much.
Wilson leaving her mouth open just a little bit. Like you said earlier, can't tell if she's breathing through her mouth or if she's just having a good time.
Yeah, the look on Wilson's face appears to have changed. So if she was smiling earlier, she certainly doesn't appear to be smiling anymore. She's getting socked up pretty well with those punches. Ramirez tries for a spinning back fist. Just misses.
I think one of the main differences that we're seeing between these two fighters right now is that Wilson, each shot is just shot after shot. She's really not putting together a whole lot of combinations, whereas every punch Ramirez throws, there's another one right behind it.
Final 10 seconds of this opening round. And so far, Ramirez has been the much busier fighter and certainly connecting with more shots. How do you have that one, Ron?
I think that's very close right there. I think both of these fighters did a good job, but I'm going to give the edge to Ramirez because she was the more active fighter. Wilson landed some strong shots throughout the fight, but I think the overall just busyness and volume that Ramirez threw is going to give her the edge in that first round.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think that Ramirez with her hands is much more accurate than Wilson. Wilson was certainly willing to stay in the pocket and exchange punches, but Wilson did go for a takedown, wasn't able to get it, and Ramirez did a nice job of connecting numerous times directly to the chin of Wilson. Even though Wilson was able to walk through it, it did appear as if Ramirez's shot was wearing Wilson down as the round went on. As a result, I think she did more damage. See what the judges think, but give a tip of the cap to Ramirez.
I don't know if Ramirez is afraid of Wilson's power.
I don't think either of them are afraid of each other's power. I don't think that Wilson is afraid of the power of Ramirez. I don't think Ramirez is afraid of the power of Wilson, as is evidenced by the fact that they're meeting right in the center of the cage and beating the crap out of each other.
Neither are afraid to push the action, that's for sure.
Yeah, Ramirez just looks scrappy. Like she's willing to stand there and take a punch or two just so she can fire off her own combination.
She definitely has a speed advantage over Wilson, that's for sure.
No question. She's getting her punches off, and when she does land, she's normally landing a couple of punches, whereas Wilson will be lucky if she lands that one.
Neither fighter really doing a whole lot with their feet either. They're both content with standing pretty much right in front of each other and going at it.
We've seen Wilson try this before, where she'll go for a hip toss or a takedown attempt, but up until that point had not been effective. Ends up kind of dragging Ramirez to the ground with her. They're in a bit of a north-south position here.
You can see
about
Ramirez
90 seconds left here in this second round.
Ramirez has her left leg under the back neck of Wilson, doing a decent job controlling her that way. I mean, this is just a hard spot for Wilson to get out of, being in this north-south position. Dr. John Quinn warning not to hit the back of the head right there.
Yeah, and it looks like Ramirez may be bleeding a little bit. Her nose, perhaps. Starting to see a little, it looked like a little bit of blood on the side there of Wilson that appeared to be coming from the nose of Ramirez, but it is minor at this point. John Quinn is going to call a pause to it to stand them back up. There's about 35 seconds left in this second round. Curious if that is going to slow down the takedowns from Heather Wilson, because Ramirez did do a nice job on the ground there. A little jab there from Ramirez does a nice job of stunning Wilson as she's coming in. And you're right, Mahoney, the speed differential between these two is significant. Final 10 seconds.
Nice flurry there, though, by Wilson at the end. Don't think it's going to be enough for her to win that second round, considering the dominant position that we saw Ramirez in throughout most of that second round. Ramirez, to me, looks like the pressure fighter going into this third and final round.
Here we go. Third and final round is underway. Oh, man, look at that. That is a dirty move. Ramirez went to go touch gloves, and Wilson shot in and went for the takedown.
Well, there's a professional contract that is on the line, Dave.
That was dirty. I hate that sort of stuff.
Following it up with
man.
some foot stomps, too.
Yeah, I mean.
Just being mean at this point.
You know what sucks is when you do that and then you get stuffed.
Well, I mean, it might not have been a bad ploy had it worked. Ramirez doing a decent job of stifling Wilson. She's got her controlled by the head, but Wilson seems to be adamant on stomping on Ramirez's feet.
Yeah, Ramirez did grimace a little bit. I mean, because
foot stomps suck.
are just mean.
Yeah,
they're just mean.
Just breaking somebody's foot, man.
I mean, Wilson is going all out here, but if you have to win the fight because you're down 2 rounds, maybe instead of like faking touching gloves and then shooting for a takedown, go with an overhand right or something that could actually end the fight.
Yeah.
Because last time that you went to the ground with Ramirez, she dusted you.
I think Ramirez is a little bit upset. She's got control of Wilson's head right there, throwing some knees to the midsection.
Yeah, it's an arm-in guillotine, so it's going to be hard for her to finish it from this position. If she's able to pop that arm out, you see the left arm of Wilson there, how it's around the back of Ramirez. If she's able to negate that, then she may be able to lock up the guillotine, but it's going to be really hard to do because the control of the body, the head, the neck, all of it, is coming from the grasp that she has. So she may be content to sit here for another 80 seconds or so and just throw knees. Wilson does a nice job reversing it there, but Ramirez continues to maintain control of the head and the neck of Wilson. And while Wilson is throwing shots to the body, Ramirez is completely controlling this right now.
Just whipping her around, got her up against the cage, throwing those knees. I think that was the worst thing that Wilson could have done. And I think I think she really angered Ramirez, and now we can see Ramirez on top. Still hasn't let go of that head.
Yeah, I mean, it looked like she angered Ramirez, and rightfully so, I think. Unless she just didn't see the glove being put up in the air, which seems a little bit ridiculous because every fighter kind of looks for the glove in the air, especially at the start of the 3rd round. 30 seconds left in this fight. Ramirez remains in control, and again, surprising to me that Ramirez appears when they clash to be so much physically stronger than Wilson, considering that Wilson looks to be a significantly bigger fighter.
Yeah, she's got a much slighter frame.
Final 10 seconds, ticking away. Ramirez remains in top position. The fake glove touch into a shoot turns out to be a bad ploy.
Heather
after
Wilson
all.
and Paola
Wilson
Ramirez.
the punch there at the end. You see
good.
that? After the bell, too?
Good sportsmanship on Ramirez's part, though.
Yeah, she pulls her up and gets out.
But I think she knows she wants to fight.
I would think so. From our vantage point, it's a very
but I'll be in Paris. You and your friends wanna hang with me? Let's keep this going. It's one of them nights for everybody. Come over here with sexy ass. Pass me the bottle, let me fill up your glass. Wanna hang with me and my mans? First, let me see you dance. I'll be tripping out. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think I'm losing my brain. Tripping out. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think I need to get away. If I don't leave, I'm in pain. Girl, you got me going insane. If I don't leave, I'm in pain. Girl, you got me going insane. Sexy and you know it, clap your hands. Sexy and you know it, clap your hands. Let's go. Sexy and you know it.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we have your winner by unanimous decision, and moving on to the Tuff-N-Uff Invicta FC Featherweight Finals, Paola La Asesina Ramirez.
Congratulations to Paola Ramirez, continuing with her perfect record. She's 4-0, and she is in the finals. The Invicta Fighting Championship.
Standing here with the
Tuff-N-Uff.
winner, La
Here's a quick interview.
Asesina. Center cage, moving on to the finals. How great does it feel?
Amazing. I want to dedicate this fight to my coach Brian and Joe and dedicate all this fight from the veterans, all those guys who defend our country. Thank you so much.
Congratulations. Moving on to the finals, ladies and gentlemen, La Asesina, Paola Ramirez.